Feinstein on MSLSD today. So, Trump is mentally ill. Trump is a racist. Trump is a this and Trump is a that. Oh, and did I mention he's a felon? Oh, yes, he is. Cut 13, go.
Is there any situation where this could actually play into an obstruction issue?
All right, stop. You see, this is Andrea Mitchell. And Andrea Mitchell, you see, she's a real reporter. So what she does is she controls the narrative, makes a statement, and then puts a question mark behind it, you see. Is there any possibility that this could play into an obstruction issue? Go ahead.
Trying to push Sessions out, which could lead to the firing of Rod Rosenstein, which could lead to a domino effect that would affect the Mueller probe.
Well, I think that this theory is alive and well, and I think we're
now. This is a woman who drove around for 20 years with a communist spy as her driver. This is what a dim bulb she is, Feinstein. And her husband Haas is up to his eyeballs with the Red Chinese government. They've made a fortune off the Red Chinese government. So Andrea Mitchell, of course, goes to her to ask about Trump. Go ahead.
What Mueller finds. But if I understand what Mr. Cohen said, the president directed him to essentially commit a felony.
Oh, right. That's what he said. President directed him to commit a felony. Go ahead.
And that's obstruction of justice.
Yes, it is. So, you see, ladies and gentlemen, she wants to impeach and remove. I don't know how many more times I can explain these campaign laws. If you choose to enter into an agreement, a non-disclosure agreement, and use your private monies or your corporate monies, and you do not use campaign money, but that's a side issue, because you want to clean things up as you go into a race for office or if you're in a campaign. And of course it can influence a campaign. You're trying to clean things up in your private life. Or if you spend money, you get a haircut or buy a silk suit and a new pair of shoes because you want to look better and influence the campaign. Or maybe you're accused of not paying a vendor or something like that. And you decide, oh, you know what? Pay the vendor because I don't want any problems in the campaign. According to the Southern District of New York, that's a crime because they don't know crap. Just because they say it's a crime doesn't make it a crime. And here's my challenge to everybody out there. If it's a crime, then I assume it's been prosecuted as a crime and there have been convictions. So name one candidate, one, who's been prosecuted and convicted for settling a private lawsuit or settling a private matter with his or her own funds or his or her own corporate funds through their private corporation. Name one. Show me. Show me in the Southern District of New York. Where are they? There aren't any. So you have this idiot, Diane Feinstein. Well, if I understand correctly. Well, you don't. If I understand correctly, Cohen, he directed him to essentially commit a felony. Oh, and by the way, of course you can direct your private attorney to make the payments. So what? The money is not spent for the specific purpose of getting elected. For getting elected, for instance, leasing an office to put your campaign staff in there, or bumper stickers or billboards or something. No. So you're not laundering money. You're not. Oh, it's hush money. Hush money. No, they're called non-disclosure agreements. Companies enter into them all the time. Individuals enter into them all the time. Divorced people enter into them all the time. Confidentiality agreements. I guarantee you there's a whole file full of them in the Southern District of New York. I guarantee there's a whole file full of them at the Department of Justice. I guarantee you. Because there's nothing wrong with them. It happens all the time. No, it's hush money. It's obstruction. It's a crime. But she'll get reelected. She's from California. That's what they do.